So Warcry was the first full-on solo album that I got to do with Audiomachine. The way it actually came to be was very organic and natural in a way. I got to know one of the guys over at Audiomachine who was kind enough to let me exchange some files with him and kind of tell him what I was all about in the whole trailer music scene, and we quickly nailed it down to some more Nordic inspired thriller tracks, I would say. And it actually didn't take long before one of the tracks actually got placed in a trailer, even before the album was actually a thing. This was not Warcry, this was one of their collections albums that I got to do a few tracks for. But before that actually got released, it got placed in the Seven Kings Must Die trailer.
The fight. Your lands will be overrun. This is all lies!
Whether that was the name of the track, King of Kings, or the music, I don't really know. I guess it was a mix. The track title, of course, pitches itself sometimes. But it really worked perfectly with the whole The Last Kingdom universe and that Viking dark thriller-ish vibe that the show had, and finishing it off with this big Seven Kings Must Die film. So that track got placed there, and after that, and after the collections album was out, I got the opportunity to do a solo album with Audiomachine. And at the time I was still very inspired by the whole Nordic thing and matching that up with a more hybrid feel. So it was kind of obvious to just keep going down that route. So I got to do Warcry. So to me, what Warcry is a big mashup of different things. It's of course taking that Nordic Viking vibe, or at least instrumentation that people tend to connect with that Nordic vibe. So one of the main things of the album are the vocals, which there are some things layered in from different samples and stuff to kind of give it some heavy bottom, some girth, so to speak. But a lot of the vocals and the majority is just myself doing them. So that was great fun. The next thing that I really connect with this kind of music is big percussion, and not in the trailer sense where it almost like big harsh hits percussion, more natural percussion. So again, with some samples layered in, but 70 to 80% of the percussion is just me layered on top of me with different instruments. And to kind of give it that trailer vibe, because we still have to make it fit into this box that is trailer music. So we need to make it hybrid in a sense. To do that, it's pretty obvious to me that element is synths. So like big bendy synths and things that can kind of be put on top of everything else and kind of be the lead to kind of build some sort of signature sound on top of everything. And with that comes also some sound design, which can be a lot of things. Sound design can just be pure sound effects that enhance it. It can be big Brahm type sounds or lead sounds, and sound design can also be a ticking that you have created yourself. So it's kind of sound design is basically more of a playground than a certain thing, I would say. But still needed to give it that trailer edge, I would say. And another very important element to this, for me at least, is these low pulses, whether they are played by organic instruments like cellos and basses and such, or it's synth-based pulses. It kind of needs to be there. That's kind of a thing in a lot of trailer music, but especially for this Nordic sound, and especially because that's kind of what people connect that's modern Nordic sound with, because of the Viking shows where a lot of the music is actually built on top of these low synth pulses. So we kind of have to put that in there too, to kind of connect it all and bind the whole low end together. Warcry has done incredibly well this far. It has been used on Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga. It has been used on Predator Killer of Killers and Predator Badlands, and continues to do really well. So I guess it made sense to make this album at the time. So I'm really happy that both supervisors and also other composers have reached out and said very nice things to me, and that makes me very happy that this kind of music that I have a big passion for has a place in this world of crazy music, basically. And very grateful to Audiomachine to just let me be me without too much pointing and directing on this kind of stuff. That makes me really happy.